So let me give you a little bit of a history. Huh? We go down, and the year is 1981. In 1981, for the first time, a scientific paper was published. Can all of you see? You can all see. In 1981, a scientific paper was published in the United States of America describing this new thing. They didn't understand what it was. They didn't know where it came from, but they gave it a name. They said it was GRID. Have you heard of GRID? So in 1981, they called this thing GRID. There were a number of men in the San Francisco area, particularly of America, who were dying. And what they said was causing their death was gay-related immune deficiency. That's what they called it. They called it GRID, gay-related immune deficiency. Then they suddenly discovered that this was not entirely true, because they had what you called the 3 H's. And the 3 H's, where they said, no, there are 3 different groups of people who are being affected by this disease. The first are people who are Haitians. So they come from the island of Haiti. These people are dying of this disease. And then you get the hemophiliacs. And the hemophiliac is someone who has a blood disorder from birth. This blood disorder means that their blood does not clot. You want to describe it? We're fine?
Nieleze kote kutokea mwanzo. Anasema hivi, mwanzoni katika mwaka huu wa 1981, huu ugonjwa ulionekana kama ni wa magei, ni wale wanaume wanaokutana na wanaume, si ndio? Ikaonekana kama ndio tatizo lao. Lakini baadaye ikakutana na hao watu wakahisi labda ni hao watu wa hate. Lakini baadaye wakasema ni wale watu ambao wana matatizo ya damu kuganda katika miili yao. Damu ambazo hazigandi ndio wakawa na matatizo. Yaani katika ile mawazo ya kutafuta kama tatizo lao ugonjwa unatokea.
And the third of the 3 H's was homosexuals. So they found that there were this group of people who seemed to be dying of this thing that they had called GRID. So they said, no, we have to give it another name. And so they called it AIDS. And AIDS stands for, what's the A? Anyone? Yes? Acquired. The I? Immuno. D? Deficiency. S? Syndrome. Okay, so AIDS is the acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. All right. So,
Meaning?
So immunodeficiency says that my immune system is down. So my immune system is not as strong as it used to be. So my body doesn't have the ability to fight infections like it used to. My body doesn't know how to respond. It's not strong anymore. It can't fight infections. We call it acquired because we know you weren't born like that. There was a time that you didn't have it and now you've acquired it. It's like, I never used to have a house, I have acquired a house. I now have a house. So it was the acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. What made you acquire it, we didn't know. We did not know. All of this happened in 1981. All these steps that I'm describing to you, this was 1981. And then the magic year for us was 1984. Because in 1984, almost at the same time, there was a doctor in America and a doctor in France that said, aha, I have found it. This thing is caused by a virus. And the virus we are calling HIV. And that stands for the human immunodeficiency virus.